Contemporary circus is a rising force on the horizon of performing arts. Brisbane-based Flipside Circus is on a mission to find ways for young people to be heard and empower communities to tell their own stories through circus. This case study joins a team of Flipside Circus trainers during their residency in Esk and aims to explain how repeat visits to a community enables Flipside to go beyond simply teaching circus skills to gifting their participants with the expressive tools to tell their own stories.
Circus has got this amazing capacity to help participants do things they didn't think they could, and then you can then apply that to the rest of your life. You know, if you didn't think you could stand on your head and juggle plates, and you can, then you can manage all sorts of things. My name's Robert Cronk. I'm the CEO and Creative Director of Flipside Circus. We love getting out into communities and working in regional Queensland. I come from regional Queensland myself, a lot of our trainers do as well, and it feels like such a natural fit for the circus. You know, there's such an extraordinary tradition of tent shows and circus hitting the road and going to every corner of Australia.
So we've gone to heaps of different communities with our workshops, and the kids always love it. They always come in super excited, full of energy.
Especially with the regional areas, the kids are quite physical generally. So giving them a physical art form through which they can express themselves and tell their stories is, I think, really important for them.
When we hit the road for our residencies, we try and carry a truck full of gear. We plan to be able to work with absolute beginners and really young participants right through to kind of intermediate and where the skill levels become a bit more advanced.
So the first time we go into a community, there's usually been a lot of groundwork behind the scenes before we actually go in. But we always have flexibility to accommodate what is actually already going on in the community.
Most of the time kids come in, they don't know what to expect. They're like, what am I getting myself into? I had a kid come in once and they're like, I don't want to become a clown. And I was like, don't worry, we're not going to make you become a clown.
We've had a couple of little children that got here and froze, and the girls that are running the Flipside Circus have sat with them and talked to them. Now they're out there enjoying themselves. One of the parents actually said he really needs to come to this to engage with other children because he doesn't get to see a lot of other kids, so I think it's wonderful.
What I want him to get out of it is a sense of self-confidence and being able to have fun in a physical environment.
They do things like this, it's good for their coordination, it's good for their balance, it's good for their learning, so yeah.
They can connect, they can have fun, they can enjoy life and get to challenge themselves and build a little bit of resilience in the activities that they're doing.
There's something for everyone, so even if you don't want to be upside down or running around all the time, there's manipulation, so you can do hula hoops or juggling.
There's a lot to love about circus, but one of the things I love about it is that it does push participants to work incredibly hard, but in a non-competitive kind of framework. So they're always just taking one step or two steps further than what you thought your limits were. And I think that's the amazing thing about the residencies, and what I think or hope is the legacy that stays behind, that capacity to keep trying new things.
And I think that's what's really special here, is they're imparting that, and if they can continue to build those connections and strengthen them, that's a really unique experience that perhaps nobody else out here is, well, currently nobody else is offering. So that's a wonderful experience.
We think it's really important to go back to communities because that's where you start building relationships, and that's where really interesting things start happening.
So the kids are coming in and they don't have that initial barrier of, what's this, what am I doing? Instead it's like, it's you, you're here, cool, this is what I've been working on since last time I saw you, what are we going to do this time? And they're really open to that growth and change.
We're getting beyond just the simple circus skills, and we're starting to get a bit more complicated.
It's awesome from a training perspective, but then you also get to meet the same kids years later and you go, cool, I've been teaching you since you were 5 and now you're 11 or now you're 15 and you've been working on all this stuff and you're this awesome and cool, confident, mature person.
It's a fantastic opportunity to create a shared circus language that we can then start creating performance that tells local stories in local communities for local people.